Hello, you. Hi, it's me, Candice, with Happy Catastrophe. And on cue, that's Jack, who was sound asleep and is now grabbing a bone, so you'll hear him chewing in the background. Crazy. It's just every single time. Every time we do a video, I say, hi, you, and Jack starts making noise. He just wants to be part of this. Hello, everyone. I'm pushing things out of the way here because we're going to continue on with my coloring book inventory. So we are on the C's now, and as if you remember right, I have this really cool journal that we're using. It's a halvesy. Half of it is white, and we've started here with the ABCs, and half of it is black. So once we get to these pages, we'll have to be using either neons or a white gel pen. I'm really excited, but we're not there yet. So we finished the A's, and I do have a new purchase that is an A, so we're going to add that today. What's going on here? I took off my nails, and now my nails are weird. Oh, because that's glued together. Durr. In these Archer and Olive journals, This Belongs To page and the very first page are weirdly, like, they don't separate well, so I always just glue them together. So here's the A's. Yes, we have all the A's so far, and we've kept room for more A's. Here's the B's that we started last time with Tatiana Bagema-Stolova, Bass, where we did all the B's. And those, I think those were all the, nope, here's the Rita Berman's. And then we've got room to add more B's. Now C's are going to be our largest group. So, I mean, the C's, I love these ribbon bookmarks that are always in these Archer and Olive notebooks. The C's I predict will take, I don't know, we better just leave a lot because there's so many books that have coloring. There's Coloring Heaven, there's the Color Me's, there's the Creative Havens, there's the Color the Classics, Coloring Classics. It's just lots and lots and lots of C's and all cute and cozy stuff. Whew. So this is going to be a few videos, and it's going to be a big section. But first, let me show you, and I did add it in, Disney Art of Coloring. These are those, like, they're all themed, and they're like heavily wallpapery, and I love to color in them, just mindless coloring. Well, the Disney Animals was one of the first ones, and it was really wallpapery. I have it. I've colored a page in it. It's a little hard. You kind of just have to ignore the designs. It's very doodly. Disney put out a revised edition. I saw this first on Coloring Through It's channel. That might have been the only channel I've seen this on. So this is 2026. This is the revised edition. You can get this off Amazon. And it's a slightly larger size. It's better paper. It's thicker. And they took some of the doodles out because it was crazy. I mean, there's still doodles in the background, which is fine. But in the original Animals, even the animals all were doodly. So it was basically, I was just using acrylic to cover that up. Here, this is like my favorite Zoom book, where it has like the images and then some fun background stuff that you can do, have fun with. But this has like lots and lots of the Disney movies, and I absolutely love it. So these are the same, many of the same posed photographs, images. They've just got really cool backgrounds. Like, look, these are popsicles with paw prints and carrots. And just really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. It is double-sided. It's a little bit better paper than the original Art of Colorings, but about the same. It's still put off by, oh, they have a different publisher. The others are all done by Inside Editions. This one's done by Random House. So that's why it's a different size and slightly different paper. And this bear one's cute. So these are really fun. Now, I love the busy backgrounds because then I can choose to color them straight up. Like, I would make this like an ugly sweater in the background. Or I can cover them and not. Like, I'm not going to color each one of these. I'm probably just going to do some ink smooshing back there or a gel crayon over it or something, and just make, you know, I want to be able to see these patterns because it's fun, but if I don't, I'll go over it with a gel pen or paint and completely cover it up. Like, I don't even know what this is. Candy bars, and I don't care. So I probably would just cover that up and make the background of my own. In fact, you could paper piece something. I mean, you could have a lot of fun with these. But this is a really fun book, brand new. You can get it off Amazon, super easy. That's where I found it. And I wouldn't have known it was a new. Oh, I love Blue's butt. He's so cute. I love Blue. I wouldn't have even known about it if I hadn't seen it on someone else's channel. So it's always good to watch people's flip throughs and their hauls, because that's where I found out that this is the only one that Disney has revised. Look, you never see the 3 pegs. Wow, fun stuff. That's like a lot of cats. That's a lot of cats. I would use that as some sort of just background and put something else over it. Let's see. Oh, he's cute. I just took the chickens, went and closed up the chickens for the night, and they're doing really good. They're going to get tomorrow. This is Friday night, so I have Saturdays off. So I have temple services in the morning. If you didn't know, I'm a Buddhist nun. So I have temple services in the morning, and then I usually fall asleep for a late morning nap because I am not a morning person. And then I'm going to get up. I'll let the chickens out early in the morning, though, but then I'll go out and play with them for a while. I love this 2-page spread. Isn't that gorgeous? This reminds me of my Jungle Book. Jungle Book has been my favorite one of these because I just mess with it and I mean, I'm just constantly in it with gel pens mostly. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever color. These are tiny and there isn't really anything else on the page. I would probably just use that as an opportunity to do stuff with alcohol markers on this page. Oh, he looks so scared. Anyway, so you get, oh, I love Ratatouille so much. Oh. This is just such a fun book. And these are the kind of backgrounds that when I'm feeling kind of brain tired or fatigued or something's coming over me, I'll just sit and do gel pens in the background. And, you know, just work on it whenever I feel like it. And eventually it's done and it looks so cool. But like this, I wouldn't color. Look at that, though. You don't often see this scene. I love it. Oh, the horsies. Is that Frozen? I didn't see the second Frozen. Bug's Life. I love Bug's Life. That was my favorite Pixar movie. It's Pixar, right? It was my favorite movie for a long time. I've never seen this one. Looks cute. Penguins. Oh, from Mary Poppins, the penguins? Maybe. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Now that's a background. It'd be fun to make it with like African colors, like an African print. Oh, from Robin Hood. You don't see these guys very often. They're the sidekicks. Little John and Maid Marian? I don't know who she is. Maybe. Up. Anyway, you get, oh my gosh. I love that one. So, more Bug's Life. Yay. So you see what I mean? Oh, this another one I just tackle with gel pens. I don't know what movie that is. These are great. Look. Hops and what's his name? I love those guys. Anyway, so much fun. Again, I don't know this movie. Gotta figure it out. I wish they'd give the names of the movies somewhere. That's the dog in Peter Pan. Wow, that's very specific. There's a lot of sidekicks in here. Dory. Yeah. Anyway, lots of fun. Oh my God, Jiminy Cricket. Aren't there some fun? Look at, and the mice and Cinderella. There's some really off characters here that you don't normally, that one's great, that you don't normally see. This is a great book. And I'm really excited about it because some of these images are images, the sloth at the DMV. In it. I love this one. There's a lot of Zootopia in this book, isn't there? Yeah, I just love everything about this book. So fun stuff. So this is the revised edition of Animals. And I did already put it in the book. So we're going to set it aside and it's going to go. I put it down here, Animals Revised Edition. So these are all the Art of Colorings I have. I think I have them all except for the better Star Wars one. This Star Wars one, there's one Star Wars one that's really, really, really tiny. And it's terrible. It's just such a pitiful book. It's like they chopped up the pictures and it's just awful looking. Then there's one that's decent, and I don't have that one. Okay, so what we're going to do today is talk about the C's. We're moving on with the C's. I don't have any B's to add today. So we're going to do our coloring heavens. Now I have got all the coloring heavens here. I had forgotten that I had some on my iPad as well. So it's late at night, and so we're going to go through as many of these as I can, and then I'll break and go to sleep and come back and finish it. And we'll probably just do the coloring heaven today. All right, let me get those out. So if you hear some weird cackling and screaming, I have, there's always that one neighbor. I only have one neighbor that's actually within earsight of me, and they're that way. And there is a big buffer of land between us, but it's quiet at night. And they have a couple of teenagers, horrible, horrible children. And they're having some sort of a sleepover or something. And I thought they were grown out of this stage, but they're over there screaming and cackling and running around and being silly, stupid. And they're so loud. And it's literally midnight. So, yeah, I wouldn't let my kids behave like that. Maybe that's why I don't have children. So you may hear screaming. I'm actually not killing anybody, although I might want to be. But anyway, we're going to start with this one. Now this one, and I'm just grabbing off the top of the pile. This is Nelleke Shoemaker, or Schumacher, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She is one of my very favorite artists, and this was a gift. This came from Tammy, right? Yes, this came from Tammy Colors 2. Here's her information. And she gave me a few of these that she was destashing. And when she said she was destashing this one, I was like, are you kidding me? Because I freaking love Nelleke. And these are all, now they were new at the time. I purchased her artwork off of Etsy. She's Hollow Moon Art. And you might be able to find her searching for Nelleke, but she goes by Hollow Moon Art on Etsy. And so I just buy her books there in digital format. And so I think many of these are now in other books, but there's still some that I have never seen. So, and if you know Nelleke, you know Nelleke. Tammy did this. Isn't this great? I love it that I have a page done by Tammy. It's so awesome. And look, blingy, 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 blingy. There's bling in there. Isn't that beautiful? She's such a great colorist. But Nelleke does, she's very Viking influenced and very mystical, magical. These are sorcerers and sorceresses. The one thing that's neat about Nelleke is she uses a handful of friends as muses and models for her characters. So her characters will have, like, you'll see this character a few times, and you'll see, this gal a few times because they're real people. She does a lot of face painting, tattooing, things like that. Her tattoos is Bad Witch. I mean, this is just phenomenal stuff. And these are actual real people that she uses as models. And you can almost tell because the way they look. Oh, now there may be some nudity, maybe some nips showing, things like that. We're all adults here. If you're not, you should find another channel. But she's just really good with the human form. And she builds very thick, muscular women and men. Isn't that gorgeous? Now this one I don't have anywhere else. I'm staring at it just because I'm thinking about I'm going to have to do this one very soon. I've seen this one elsewhere, but I haven't done it. She's got a dragon. You'll see someone with a lot of dreads. A lot of her characters have dreads. She's very influenced by Nordic and Viking culture. A centaur. I love it. So this paper is really good too. It's an older one. I don't know if their paper's as good. It seems like I don't remember their paper being this good. I'm not a Coloring Heaven fan. Doesn't she look like she's straight out of an opera? I'm not a Coloring Heaven fan because of the paper. I would rather not, but this paper's pretty good here. Yeah, I would definitely, I think you could use anything on this, even paint if you're careful. Pirate. I mean, this pirate's got a third eye and his, fiery skulls and his, I mean, this is great. And there's so much to color in her people because they have ornamentation and look, they always have, really big piercings and tattoos and the dreads, and there's just so much to color, and they're very, very expressive. I've colored a few pages of hers. You'll probably see them when we get to the S's because they were out of her own books, Schumacher. And her characters just look like real human beings. They're not these over-the-top, impossible bodied. Yeah, that's a very well-placed sword. He's holding his sword very well. But he's got candles dripping on him. I mean, this dude is intense. Look at those dreads. Isn't that beautiful? So this is, these have got to be real people in her life too. These look like they belong to a school of some sort. They're cute. I love her. Her eyes are so awesome. And this creature here, I think I have this one in another, somewhere else. This guy's great, isn't he? With his playing cards, and he looks very Santeria or some sort of African magic. My goodness, they're just screaming over there. There's no way I could go to sleep now because I'm so used to the quiet out here. I mean, at night it's just crickets and frogs. I'm not used to shrieking teens that are old enough to know better. I think they're like 19 and 20 and stuff. It's like, they're so immature, those two are. Look at that. Yes, I love these pages. I'm not sure you can still get this one. I'm not clear what's available and what's not online. I think it's kind of a crapshoot. I have asked about certain ones and they've been like, no, we're not going to. Well, actually, I was told by their PR person who got back in touch with me that she personally has no control over what gets put into digital format and what doesn't. I'm like, well, I didn't expect you to, but I thought you could find the answer for me. Because I was asking for a very specific one if it was ever going to be put into digital. These are mandrakes, I think. That's cool. Because otherwise I was going to have to find it used because it was one I actually wanted. Oh, she's wicked cool. But they couldn't tell me. So I don't know. It seems pretty random. I mean, because they've got some that weren't very popular that are been put in digital and then some of their bestsellers. I don't know what makes it into digital format or not, but I can't remember if I saw this one. I might have. You can find this one used online in places because not everybody likes Nelke Schumacher. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hang on to that towel, dude. You're getting shot full of arrows. That's awesome. She's beautiful. Don't you love it? And see, I just make them all have face paint. I don't think those are tears. I think it's mostly they have a lot of face paint. She is wicked. He's fabulous. Gorgeous. Oh, look at, oh, dragons. Look at all the dragons. This dude's covered in dragons. And he's a dragon. Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, Oh, I'm a mushroom man with the lounging frog. Look at this frog. That frog is cute. These might be all exclusive. I don't know if I've seen these. So that's her. This is, oh my God, they're just, who runs around in someone's in your backyard screaming for hours? Who does that? Issue 51, Sorcerers and Sorceresses. So that one's in there. Thank you, Tammy. I love this one. Let's look at another one. Okay, this is one that I purchased because I'm a huge fan of Kanoko Agusa. And on the 100 issue celebration, they chose, Coloring Heaven chose Kanoko to be their illustrated, their highlighted artist. And so this is, at the time, this was all exclusive. And so I purchased this one. I think I got it used. Oh, no, I got it from Albertsons. That's a grocery store. In 2023, I bought this. So, unfortunately, most of these are in Leon's Journey. So, I haven't gotten Leon's Journey, but I kind of think maybe it just came in a Happy Mail. I think I might have it in a box I'm going to be unboxing for you soon. And it was a little bit frustrating because I thought Leon's Journey would be all new stuff, but it wasn't. Like almost all these are in there, I believe. And so about half of Leon's Journey is what was published here. And it took me a bit to think, do I really want Leon's Journey then? But I really do. The paper is so much better anyway. I'd rather color any of these images. I would rather color in that book. And I've only colored one or two in here. I think just one. So, yeah, I got over being butthurt that I thought these were going to be exclusive forever. They're not, so I wouldn't bother getting this if you have Leon's Journey. I love Kanoko. I used to color her quite a bit. I haven't colored her in a while, and I'm not sure why. You know, I've just been on other kicks. But her stuff is so beautiful. And I know people are really scared of it a lot. But you don't have to be, especially if you've got this version. You can, you know, of course, these are single-sided, so that's nice. You can use alcohol marker. But you can practice if you want to, but honestly, I don't practice pages. I might practice an element. Oh, I love those strawberries. So you'll probably recognize a lot of these from Leon's Journey. I love the way this is drawn with the dots. She must have gotten really tired of putting dots down. I've always loved this one. Gorgeous. I remember I was so in love with this when I got it. I would just look through it in the evenings, just lay in bed and look through it. It's beautiful. She's just really colorable. So don't be frightened. Yes, it's beautiful, but so are you. And so is your art. So you really can't ruin a page. We're going to talk about this more in depth in an upcoming video, but I don't believe a page can be ruined. I feel like I did this page. Something else. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I wanted to. Because what I was saying is I don't believe a page can be ruined. A page that is not attractive to you is just not finished yet. Now you can walk away from a page and just decide it's not worth it and you don't want to deal with it anymore. But it's not finished. It's not ruined. It's just not finished. So like this one, for example, I remember doing this and I went through so many ugly phases. And at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I'm still not crazy about that color of this that I did, but I walked away from it. I'm like, I'm okay with it. I'm good with it. I don't need to do any more. This was the limits of my abilities at the time that I did this. And it took me a long time and I like it. It's fine. It's totally fine. If I really didn't like it, I could have kept going. Acrylic covers everything. I mean, you can keep going and going and going with acrylic, and at the end of the day, you can just over the whole thing and try something else. I mean, you can't screw up a page. It just might be in an ugly phase. It just might not have worked what you were trying. Then try something else. Or if you're like my dear friend Amy at Amy Ward Art, she is a genius at taking chances. And then, I love this page. It's in Leon's Journey too. And then if it doesn't work out, or it's not to her liking, she goes over it makes it even more extreme. She goes over it with more stuff. And then over the top of all that, she'll add a layer of glitter. You know, it's just like, and she makes beautiful pieces. And some of the pieces are wild and crazy, and she loves it. She just stops when she's happy with it. You know, there's nobody that says, nobody can tell you your page is done except you. I love this one with the little owls. When you feel happy with it, then just walk away. And if you're not happy with it, put it to the side to dry and come back the next day, or a week later, or just a few days later. You might be surprised at what you see that you like. It's sometimes when we're in the page for hours and hours, we start fighting with it, and then we start thinking it's all ugly. But I've often woken up the next morning and come out to the coloring table because I got to work on that ugly page again. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's not bad. I was just tired. Are you, what is it? Hungry, angry, or tired? Maybe you just need to have a snack. That's one benefit to working on more than one page at a time, because when I start feeling like I'm fighting and I'm just going to, then I put that page aside. I mean, I don't feel like I want to stop coloring, but I'm just not having a good time. It usually means I'm tired of what I'm doing and I need to work on something different. So I used to only have 2 pages going. I used to only have 1 page going at once, then 2. Now I have, 30-something whips. That's not okay. Not by my standards. I want to finish these pages. So see, this is really fun. Oh, I love this one too. Are some of these in her book before Leon's Journey too? Oh, what is it? It's like a spa day? Yeah. Everything about this page is funny. That face is funny. That frog butler is funny. The whole thing's funny. I've seen a few people do this page. I think it's great. This page is wonderful. Yeah, they look like they're busy, but they're not tiny. There's a lot of room to do stuff. So any medium would work. I don't know how gel crayons would work on this paper. It doesn't feel like the type of paper that gel crayons would, smush very well. I've always loved this one and this one. I would probably use, in this book, I would use alcohol markers and glitter pens and all that kind of stuff. In Leon's Journey, if that is in an upcoming box, that has better paper, and I would probably use watercolor paints or something. All right, so that's the 100 100 issues of Coloring Heaven, Enchanted Animals Special, Kanoko Gusta. All right, let's just go straight into this. I try to cut this up into segments because it's easier for me to upload. But the Halloween special. Now, was this one Tammy? Tammy, I think you gave me this one too, right? Yes. I adore this one, and I've been trying. There's a Halloween special. No. There's a mermaid special one. I've looked at all the mermaid special ones, and they weren't something that I felt I needed to chase down, but there's one that has Fabiana Attanasio, one of her images on the front. Oh, I've been trying to find that one. They don't have it on digital, for sure. So this is a variety of artists. I think this is Selena Fennick. Yana Prosperina. She has such colorable pages, don't you think? They're just so colorable. I don't think I've ever colored anything of hers. This is all still Yana Pros. Oh, I like that one though. It's kind of got a Molly Harrison feel to it. Yana Prosperina. These are all her. Beautiful, gorgeous witch. Yep. Is that Yana here? Yep. Pumpkin Harvest, Sisterhood. Oh, it goes this way. Okay. So yeah, these are all Yana. That's beautiful. Some more. Pinup Witch. Cute. Then we have Dawn Davidson, who you can find her on Etsy. I have looked into her. She has some beautiful stuff. Like this. She reminds me of a little bit of Raina Arts portraits. And a little bit of Daria Chakrasoy. This is still Dawn Davidson. I love that girl. I think I have a PDF of hers I've colored. She just has really great hand-drawn looking. Jen Katz, who I adore, and I have a couple of books of hers and pages I bought from her Etsy shop. Her Etsy store has lots of these types of pages, full books. She likes to do these busy shelves for Halloween. They're a lot of fun. I've colored one. It took a long time because I wanted to do all the light sourcing and stuff. It was fun though. Really fun. This is one of Jen Katz's most popular pages to color. It's very different from her other stuff. I love this girl. I love all of her ghosts are so dang cute. I have a whole printed, well, it's not printed, it's PDF book of hers. That's these cute little ghosties. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by the shrieking. I love this one too. I just think she's a double whammy. She has great artistic skills. Like it's really well drawn, and it's hand drawn and not it doesn't look like it's drawn with a program. I mean, with program assistance. It's probably drawn in Procreate, but it doesn't have it's not using the tools to make the circles and stuff for her. She's actually drawing them. But the second thing she has is really good ideas. Her ideas are novel and new, and I love that. This is Simona Candini. I've never heard of her, and I absolutely love her stuff in here. Yeah, I love all of her stuff in here. I can't believe you gave this book up, Tammy. This is, I think, the best Halloween special that they've ever made. It's just got so many. I love this page. It's got so many great artists. And it ends with my favorite one. Look at that. Yuriko Shiru. Oh, I didn't know anything about her. And I understand she has other coloring books. And I've been meaning to look her up. I think it's a her. This artwork just gets me every time. It's so freaking good. And this isn't drawn in a program. This would be drawn with actual pencil. It's so beautiful. And I just love that hand-drawn look. This is the one I did. It's the only one I've done of Yuriko's. I wasn't sure how to color it, honestly, but I just took alcohol markers to it. And I really like the choices I made. I mean, it's gruesome. It's weird. But, oh, Yuriko's stuff is so good. It's so up my alley. It's weird. It's it's beautiful ugly. It's so obviously hand-drawn, and I love that. Oh, my God, there's a baby's head right there. I think it's a doll. I'm going to say it's a doll. Look at these. This isn't everybody's cup of tea. It's not a lot of people's cup of tea, but I love them. I would do every single one of Yuriko's in here. I love these. They're just definitely come from a troubled mind. She's sewing her own face up. I think she put her eyeball in that doll. And the doll has a hanging man's noose. I mean, she's cutting her own hair and her skin is disappearing on her. Yeah, it's just crazy stuff. Just beautiful. So there's a lot of Eureka's in here. I feel very, very fortunate to have this version because I wanted those Eureka's. Now, I'm not a zombie person. I find them kind of boring to color and to even, I don't even watch zombie movies. I was reading a series though. I think they made it into a Netflix show. It was a zombie. It was a very funny literary series about a zombie girl. And it was, I can't remember what the whole series is called, but I've read a couple of those books out of that series and I really like it. It's funny. But just regular old zombies are just like, ugh. You know, they got one skill and they're kind of boring. And they're fairly easy to kill. So I wasn't really into Matthew's stuff. This is Matthew Larson, if I didn't say. I think it's really well drawn. I think he's a great artist. I'm not into the zombies. But for those of you that are, Matthew Larson does zombies well. Pretty much every other artist I've seen do exclusive zombies has really bored me. But I'm not bored by these pages at all. Stained glass. I actually think the artwork is fantastic. I'm just so not interested in the subject. And that is that. The Halloween special, issue 66. So this is an older one. I wish they gave the dates, you know, not that it's issue 66. That isn't helpful at all, but I've never found where they put the dates. Like, I don't think they do. I mean, I've even looked for publishing dates to see when this was published, and it doesn't give it. It really doesn't. But this is issue 66 if you're interested. Aw. And it's wonderful. Thank you, Tammy. I absolutely love this one. All right. I am going to pause it here, get a drink of water, and be right back. It's a good thing I double-checked because I did not have the Kanoko Gusa one in. So now the Kanoko Gusa one's been added. I need to be checking that, making sure that I did do my job. Let's look at this mermaid special. I'm pretty sure this was also a gift from Tammy. Nope, I purchased this one. This is issue 126. It's a newer one. Did I put the date in? I used to put the date. No, didn't put the date in. This one's a lot of fun though. I mean, these are Christine Caron's. I love this one. I'm almost at a spot where I can color that the way I see it in my head. Yana Prosperina again. She seems to show up in a lot of these specials. I'm not sure if these are my favorite. I probably would never color these. But I can see where they would be a lot of fun. You know, you could really do a lot of fun with them. Yana Prosperina. That's not Yana Prosperina, is it? Yep, still is. Wow. Now, I find that one interesting. I would color that, yes. And I like this one, too. Oh, it's sweet. Daria Checkersoy. There she is in all her glory. Man, I love her grayscale. I know it's really dark, but that's what's cool about it. You just take an alcohol marker and go over it, and the shadows are done for you. It's a very easy page to color. Very quick, very easy these would be. Oh, I think these are great. Yeah, I like dark grayscale just because you can do that. I don't have to think about the shadows. They're already there. Oh, these are adorable. I love this one. I think one of the reasons I purchased this special was because of these. I've never seen these images of hers. And I love that one. Oh. Michael Dashow. I don't know this person at all, but I love these pinup mermaids so much. She is fabulous. Yeah, these are great. They're just so different than regular. That fish is like, yeah, I'm not impressed either. This is just such a wonderful book. My gosh. Again, Michael Dashow has quite a range. Grazia Salvo. Okay, now Grazia Salvo is one that I shouldn't be as intimidated by, but I am. But I love Grazia's work. I mean, that is beautiful. That's a little bit different shading. It's not necessarily grayscale. It's actual shading added in by their pencil. And it's not like it was painted and then turned into rendered black and white, which a lot of grayscale is. So it's the shadows aren't necessarily done for you. There's a lot of shadows, but you still have to think about Grazia stuff. This is Durian Addict, which I think is the best made-up name ever. Otherwise known as T. Fallon. And Durian Addict has some interesting stuff. I like it. It looks very clip artish to me, though, and a little bit AI-ish, although it's not AI. It's too bad that it looks AI. Jennifer Zimmerman, very dark grayscale. Reminds me a lot of Denise Escobar, who I love, who's on Etsy. This is gorgeous. And again, I would use alcohol markers. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. A lot of fun. Oh, she is beautiful. Gosh, I need to get into these books more than I do. And we know who this is. Hannah Lynn. Yep. Always Hannah Lynn and her crazy hair. I have to be in the mood for Hannah Lynn, but when I am, I enjoy her so much. But because I'm not a fan of doing hair, I get bored easy with hair, I tend to not do many Hannah Lynns. I particularly love this one because I love this character. I think that's great. And of course, this is one of her most famous drawings. I mean, I don't even have any Hannah Lynn books, and I think I have a couple copies of this one. Matt Davidson. I like Matt Davidson. I have purchased some of his stuff off Etsy. I think it's dragons, though, with stuff of his that I purchased. I don't have these in any other format. I think these are fantastic. Look at that. A person of elderly age, which I like. Oh, wow. That is cool. Matt is like if one of those heavy grayscale gals like Daria or Daria and Nellicky had a baby. I find that his stuff is really different, though, from page to page, but I like it. I don't know who this is. This is May Mapalad, and I don't know who this is. This looks a lot like, though, what Josh Lee does, and Josh Lee does it better. So I don't know. I mean, like, Josh Lee has a whole book of characters that look just like this. I probably wouldn't do many of these. Mika Jelena, another one I love. Again, hers are paintings that have been rendered into black and white, so they are heavily grayscaled. And Mika's stuff's amazing. I love her stuff. I have a book of hers. And we'll get to her when we get to the J's. Ooh, this book is yellowing. How? I have these in a dark room. A room that never gets sunshine. My bedroom, aka Bat Cave. I don't know how this yellowed, except maybe it once was. Maybe I left it out too long out here at my coloring table, which does get a lot of sun. Because I have windows clear up to the roof. There's Nellicky. Now, these are ones, I actually have all of these, I think, because I have bought them individually because they're just so beautiful. And I've actually... I think I've intended to do this one, but haven't done it yet. If I'm remembering right. I know I haven't done this one yet. But I do have these individually printed. Isn't that beautiful? Because, of course, I love this one. Chinese Dragonfly Mermaid is what she titles it. I really want to do this one. And then Zan Van Zed, who I wish there was more than just this one, because I really like that artist. And I don't have anything else. In my entire collection, I have one image of Zan Van Zed. And that's it. So, Mermaid Special, Coloring Heaven. Oh, did I tell you? Issue 126. Okay, then we have the Element Special. Now, this is issue 90, so it's an older one. I don't think I purchased this. Tammy, did you give me this one? Did someone give me this one? Let me know, because I don't have it written down. Oh, eBay. I got it off of eBay for $8. Oh, yay me. That was a good price. It's hard to find them for $8. And I remember now, yes, I did. Yes, I don't remember purchasing it, but I do remember that I wanted it because it's Ann Stokes. And I discovered her because a friend of mine, coloring friend of mine, they're not in front of me, so I can't remember who that was, gifted me 2 Ann Stokes books, and they're just freaking gorgeous. 2 of my favorite evening flip-throughs that I like to do before bed. And so I knew I had to get something from Ann. And I saw this, and must have been I saw the price, because $8 is great. So that's probably why that would include shipping, because I always include shipping in the price. Oh my God. Okay, this might be the last book I go through tonight, because that yelling is bothering me so much. And I'll just go in my room and I'll watch some of your videos. That's what I'll do with my headphones on. Aren't these great? I think she's really cool. Now, I have noticed that her drawings in the books I have are much more intricate than what is here in Coloring Heaven. And it makes me wonder, I know the ones in the books I have are paintings of hers that have been made into coloring pages. And because I'm able to look them up and find her paintings. And then I was using her color palettes as inspiration, and I really thought that was neat. I have been looking for this page. I have had this image in my mind, and I saw something similar to this done by another artist in another book. And I'm like, wait a tick, that's exactly the same as, and I couldn't remember who it was. It's this. There's a more recent book that I have, and now I can't remember what that book was. It was one of the compilation books that has multiple artists in it. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to find that. And remember this, because I wanted to compare the 2 pages, because the composition is so similar. Oh, wow, look at those wings. Anne likes to have this intricate framing, filigree, whatever, around her pages, which is really fun. But anyway, I also like to look up, because you can find, at least in the books I have, you can find the actual paintings. I don't know if these are paintings or not. They don't look like it. They look like they're specifically drawn for a coloring book, which is neat. It means you probably can't find these anywhere else. These are cool. And it's divided into air, earth, fire, water, I believe. So this is the earth section. Is that not wonderful? I love her women. Those are great. These are not complicated drawings, but you can make them complicated by how you color them. So she's leaving it up to you to put in the texture. This is the fire section. So sometimes these more simply drawn characters and images can be misleading, because yes, you can just straight color this. Absolutely, straight coloring is coloring. You don't have to ever justify that. It's not lesser than or different. I mean, it's coloring. It's coloring. It's a coloring choice. Or, and you can also spend a lot of time putting texture into all of these things if you wanted to, and shading and all that kind of stuff. And I go back and forth between the two. Sometimes I have in the same page. So yeah, you never have to justify your coloring choice. Be proud, because you did this. Nobody else did, right? So you did that page. Even if you take crayons and scribble, that's still coloring. It's still therapeutic, and it's still color on a page. It's gorgeous. Just be proud and show it. Don't ever be self-conscious about your work. There's nobody here judging you. And if they are, just do social media magic and block them. Get rid of them. Nobody needs to be judging you. She is fantastic. I wouldn't mess with her. She's awesome. Oh, I love this one. Yeah, I don't know the story behind these. If these are pieces of artwork that she's just altered to be coloring pages, or if these were actually drawn to just be coloring pages. I don't know. But they're really cool. Why have I not busted into this? Yeah, like I said, I had this idea in my head that I didn't like the paper, but because it's single-sided, it doesn't matter, does it? Because I can just use alcohol marker. I don't know. My tastes change. This page confuses me, because I swear I've seen this exact same pose by other artists, more than one, do this exact same pose and the exact same picture. So I'm like, is it just a really popular way to draw a mermaid with the tail up and over and dripping in shallow water? I don't know. I love this one. Wicked cool. This is the water section, of course. She is beautiful. Oh, she's so pretty. And then we have the chart of the elements. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a fire sign. I don't know what Sagittarians are doing in the same group as Leo and Aries, because these are such competent people who know where they're, they pick a direction and they go for it, and they're great leaders. And then you have the party animal Sagittarius, who's all over the place. Can't even focus. Sagittarians are not great leaders. They're great for comic entertainment. These, I would love to color these, and then, you know where I'm going, cut them probably. I don't need them that long. Maybe just here to here, maybe, and laminate them. Yep. And make them into bookmarks. That's what's going to have to happen to those. The wheel of the year. Oh, see, here's harvest, autumn and harvest. Imbolc, which is the beginning of the year. And then we go down to Astara or Easter. There's the egg. Here's the summer with solstice. So it just goes around. The equinoxes and the solstices. And then there's a dragon. Don't ask me how I know all that stuff. I have to kill you. All right, so Elements Special and Stokes. What a beautiful book. All right, I'm going to take Jack to bed, and we're going to watch some of your videos with our headphones on until we fall asleep. And then tomorrow, on my day off, I'll finish this. We're about halfway through the Coloring Heavens. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye. Okay, it's the next day. It's Saturday. And Jack's been looking out the window and barking and doing various things. I say, okay, and he picks up his bone, and now he's chewing. So, thank you, Jack. It has been a strange day. I have had a very hard time staying awake. So, I just keep nodding off all day long. So, that's what my Saturdays tend to be after temples. I just nod off. It's almost 100 degrees outside. So we're staying inside. The cabin can usually go one day and stay cool, but it'll eventually start heating up. So tonight I will plug in my little portable rolling AC and vent it out the window, and we'll start having a little AC on random 100 days like this. Hopefully we don't have too many, because we don't handle the heat very well here. It gets very humid. Okay, So where we were, let me get back to where we were. We're doing our Coloring Heavens. Yes, we are. And we're going to do the next one. I think you're a little crooked. Let's make you a little less crooked and let's zoom you out a bit. All right. We're going to do the next one, and that is the Chibi Tarot Special. Now, this is a recent acquisition that was sort of like, it's not really my thing maybe, but I'm going to get it because it's Jashley. Jashley has quickly become one of my favorite artists because of a picture I recently did of his that has really stayed with me in my head, and I'll be showing you that soon, very soon. So this is the bumper. 8 extra designs inside. This is issue 121. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that I purchased this. I got this from my local grocery store, which sometimes has them and sometimes doesn't. And so it does the whole, I don't remember, it doesn't do every card, but it does the major arcana. So here's the full, and it is really adorable. The Magician. I have this sitting out because I'm getting ready to do some more hashtag the tarot, color the tarot. And don't you love the High Priestess? The fact that she's like got devil horns and she's in a wheelchair, it's just like, she's really magnificent. The Empress. Jashley's so funny because he can do this chibi anime stuff, and then he can do highly realistic stuff. Highly, highly realistic. He's so talented. I like his highly realistic stuff better just because it's more my style. But these are fun. And I don't mind that. Usually I want something that with this much space and this cartoony to be smaller, so it doesn't take up so much ink. But actually, I don't mind it here at all. Oh, the lovers. Because I think it's going to be fun with my brush, you know, my Copics with the brush in to do, because Josh Lee tends to draw in swoopy lines, and I like to color swoopy lines with my brush markers. You also need to color in their pupils, because they don't have pupils. They have the round part, but you can put their pupils where you want or not, like I probably wouldn't on this one. That's just a shield. This is the Chariot. Has he got like a 6-pack there? I think that's armor. Or his armor has open holes and it shows his 6-pack. It's pretty awesome. Strength. Look at the cute lion. You don't often see Strength as a woman. So I really love that. And I love his body shapes. I love, yeah, I just love Josh Lee. The Hermit. I think you can still find this one. I think you can go online and buy this one. I've seen it. Wheel of Fortune. I keep an eye out on used too, but I think you can get this new from Coloring Heaven. Justice. At least you can get the downloadable. Now, why did he make her eye? Boy, you would not believe all the words that are going through my head trying to say. I'm saying patch, tourniquet, scarf, blindfold. Why would he make her blindfold? Slipping down. That's interesting. And a lot of them are floating in air, which is kind of fun. The Hanged Man. Really good. Death. I actually really like this Death. Temperance. Oh, she's beautiful. The Temperance card for me is always like, wah, wah, but this is beautiful. The Devil. He looks kind of smarmy, cringy. Not very scary, is he? The Tower, which I've said it before and I'll say it again, is a far worse card than the Death or the Devil. The Tower is a rough card. Isn't that beautiful, though? Gosh, it really emanates the destructive, sudden upheaval sort of feel that the Tower gives. Yeah. The Star. The Star is always beautiful because it's hope, it's inspiration, spiritual guidance. It's just beautiful. The Moon. The moon always looks pretty, but it's a little bit more illusion. It could be like buying into the illusion and not seeing the truth. It's a tricky card. The sun, all good stuff. Why does she have no feet? Or is this her feet pointed down? It's weird, isn't it? Her feet are weird. Maybe she has no feet. She doesn't need feet. She's the sun. Judgment. This is going to be a really fun card, too. The World. Always a great card. Why is she holding rockets? They're probably firecrackers. But why is she holding firecrackers? She's looking down at the earth with 2 rockets in her hands. Yikes. King of Swords. Okay, so here we're into the numbers. We're out of the major arcana. We're into the minor arcana. So if I remember right, he does like the king, the queen. Here's the King of Cups. So he's got all the kings together. Okay, King of Swords, King of Cups, King of Wands. That's an interesting interpretation for King of Wands. And King of Pentacles, or coins, or whatever this is called in your deck. Pentacles is the original, but it was changed to coins during when people were afraid of pentacles, thinking they were a bad thing. Queen of Swords. So here's the queens. Queen of Wands, of course, make her an elf. Queen of Cups. Here's the water element. And Queen of Pentacles, earth. Pentacles is earth. Cups are water. Wands and... I always get these two mixed up. Wands and swords. Swords are air, I think. And wands are fire. Or it's the other way around. Don't listen to me. I just have a whole series on this. Knights. We're at the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. These guys are all flying. Knight of Wands. And he's made some of the knights female presenting. I think he does all of them female presenting. Knight of Cups. We don't know, but there's a ponytail. Don't know, though. And Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that's probably... No, that... I don't know. Ashley plays with gender. Page of Wands. See, now, and not all decks have a knight and a page. Sometimes they have prince and princess. Sometimes, yeah, it really depends. It's a hierarchy, though. It's starting with the king and the queen and then going down from there. Page of Wands. I like him a lot. Page of Swords. He looks like Samuel. If he was barefoot, I would say he was a hobbit. Page of Cups. Oh, these are all in different ecosystems and cultures, and I love it. I'm here for this one. Look at that. And he's got them standing on stages with like a backdrop behind them, so you don't have to color it realistic. Now, this guy's standing on ground. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. And then he goes through like, these are the number ones of every element is the ace. That's the one, and it kind of always represents the entire grouping of this element. Aces are like, yeah, swords are air, so it's clarity, truth, mental breakthrough. So that's what an Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords is. It represents the feeling and the vibe behind the entire element. Here's the Ace of Wands, who's creation, new opportunities. Yeah, that's fire. It's cute. It's like a little baby witch playing with fire. Dangerous. Ace of Cups, where there's water. This is your intuition and your spirituality and all your feels. All your feels are here. He made these guys babies. That is so cute because they're at the beginning. Ace of Pentacles. I've never seen anybody interpret them as babies. And this is always related to more earthly things like your job and money and adventure, opportunity, things like that. And then he went into the twos. Well, how far does he go then? Two of Swords. Twos are usually difficult. They can be. Three of Wands. Oh, he's just doing Four of Cups. Just random. Oh, she looks really miserable. Fours. are tough. Like this one, he interprets as apathy, contemplation, and disconnectedness. Fours, in many cultures, fours were not seen. Four is not seen as a good number. Some cultures, mostly Western, say four is a lucky number, but many Asian and ancient European countries didn't like the number 4. 5 of Pentacles. This is a sad one, obviously. Looks like Avatar with hair. The last Avatar. The Airborne last Avatar. Not Avatar, the movie, right? Am I saying the right words? 6 of Swords. Oh, look at her. She looks determined. I think that's what 6 of Swords means. 7 of Wands. And that's where he stopped. Because can't put them all in here. That must be the 8 extra designs inside. Wow. It'd be cool to have like an entire tarot deck that that we can color. So I don't want the deck. I want a coloring book that holds the entire tarot. I wonder if Joshly has all of the tarots. Every single 72 pages of it. 72 cards illustrated. I have to look at, maybe you know. If you know, let me know. So that's Chibi Tarot Special. And I have that one, Joshly. Good. Okay, moving on. Another one we have here is Fairy Story Special. I think, and this one is Fabiana Attanasio. Now this one, oh, was this a gift? You guys, I didn't write it down. It's either a gift. I think this was a gift. If it's a gift, you let me know if you gave this to me. Or I bought it used. I know I got it used somehow. I think I got it from somebody, or I bought it used. It's hard to find. It is issue 73. It's an older issue, and it's all Fabiana Attanasio. And it is images from her fairy tale books, like Cinderella, Wizard of Oz, Pinocchio, those. And Snow White, all those. And I have many of those, but some I don't, like Cinderella. There's a couple I don't have that are really hard to find, and I probably will never have them. So I was chasing this down to at least get some images from those books. So I'm pretty sure Beauty and the Beast is the other one that is hard to find, that I've never found. So these are Beauty and the Beast, and these are images from those books. If you have those books, you have these images. So sad. Don't look sad. You're the one that did it. It's your choices. And now your daughter has to go live with the Beast. There she is, living with the Beast. Isn't this so Fabiana? I mean, she always does these almond-shaped eyes and a triangular style head or a oblong head, and then she does it always, everything tilts up. You can always tell it's her faces. Oh, and then the dancing. I guess it probably goes this way. The famous dance scene with her beautiful dress. She makes her Beast so cuddly and cute. And then she leaves to go to a wedding or something back at her house, but he's afraid she's going to stay forever. He gave her a magic ring, but he doesn't think she's coming back. So he's really, really sad because she went home to her family, and she stays longer than she's supposed to. And then when she comes back, he changes. Now, this is a very famous picture where it's half Beast, half Prince. She does this same sort of thing in Peter Pan. I can't remember. She does the same thing in a book that I have. But yeah, this side is where he was as a beast, and this side is him in the prince. And then all the stars, magic, I guess. So I know it looks strange, but it'd be really cool to do some sort of transition in here. Make the hair different or the hair the same, but just sort of make a transition from a furry face to a skin face, and that would be fun. Really fun. All right, and then here he is, the prince. with the roses in his castle. He was really just a young prince. Fabiana's characters are often young, aren't they? All right, now we start with Cinderella. This is the one, this is the holy grail of those books. I know Brittany found it at Coloring Through It. I know she found it. I don't know where or how or what she paid for it. She's been very tight-lipped about it, but I think she's got it. And I think someone else said they found Cinderella, but it is, I've never even seen it for sale, not even for hundreds of dollars, which I wouldn't pay, but I've never been able to find it. So there it is. This is such great paper too. More Cinderella. I love this picture. I would love to have Cinderella. I think it would be probably my favorite of all of them if I did. Right now, my favorite is, I really like Pinocchio. I think Pinocchio is great. And Pinocchio you can find. I think it's one of the better ones. And I really like Snow White. That's another one you can find. It's a little harder than Pinocchio, but you can find it. And Peter Pan you can always find. You have to get them used. If I didn't say it, these are out of print, but... So you have to find things used. Look at that, her fairy gum. This is such a pretty sparkly page. Yes. There she is at the ball. Oh, the hateful sisters, Drusilla and whatever their names are. Yes. They're so hateful. They'd be so much prettier if they smiled and were nice. She runs. She's late. Cinderella's late. He's actually, I think he's holding the shoe. Or... a gun. This story could be a lot shorter if he's holding a gun. Didn't see that coming. End of story. Here is the prince's, you don't call them butlers, do you? Valet. And finds out that the shoe fits her. All right. Hansel and Gretel. I have yet to find a good Hansel and Gretel coloring book. Not a lot happens in Hansel and Gretel. There's just, so there isn't a lot to color. They have the mean stepmother that convinces the father to leave him in the woods, and then they end up following breadcrumbs back or something, and then she does it again, and this time it really works. They do get lost. Or she wants him to kill them, and instead he takes them out in the woods, and then they lets them go. Just really awful parents. But then they get lost in the woods, brother and sister, and then they find the witch's house, and they eat all the candy, and the witch comes out and seems really nice, invites them in. They're outside the house now, eating all the candy. I think they're outside. Yeah. And then the witch, she's very, very nearsighted. So then she one day grabs them. I don't think they live in the house very long before she puts him in a cage, and she makes the girl do the housework. And she wants to make sure that he gets nice and fat eating all the candy. So he finds a chicken bone and he holds it out to her. And with her nearsightedness, she thinks that's his finger, and he's just not getting fat enough. So she's not eating him yet. So he's buying time. Well, the girl tries to figure out a way to, I don't know, push the witch in an oven, which she does. In Kirby's Dark Fairy Tales, the two children tie the woman up and force feed her. It is probably, in my opinion, for me, the most disturbing page in that book. They're just force feeding her, making her eat. Scary. So, yeah, she gets pushed in the oven, and then they're safe. Then I think they find some treasure, and they live happily ever after or something. I don't know what happened to the parents. Peter Pan is a great one, too. And you can find her Peter Pan book. It's got a lot of fun images, iconic images. This is one I've seen colored before. Aw, he's got them in a magic bubble so they all can fly, and they're heading to Skull Island. Love it. Oh, her pirate, her Captain Hook is a handsome dude. He's not Johnny Depp, and he's not some scary guy with, he's actually good looking. And he has fabulous hair.
Oh, she's been shot with arrows. The Lost Boys don't know what to do. Tinkerbell. She's so bad. There are some great images of Tinkerbell in the book, in the actual book. Great images of her. She's a popular one to color because she just gets so mad. And here they are. I just feel like you're so far away. I don't want you that far away. Great fight scene. This is Captain Hook's right-hand man. What was his name? I forget. Was this a real fairy tale, like before Disney? I'm sad that I don't know that. This is one of my favorite images in the book. And I've always had it flagged to color. It's the croc, and I almost did it for Jamie. Finding Joy in Color. For some reason, I feel like she changed her channel name. But I think, I don't know. She was Finding Joy in Color. And Jamie and I talk all the time, and I don't think about what her channel name is. But she has hashtags where she has a different animal every month that she highlights. And one of them was a crocodile or an alligator. And this year, just a couple months ago, and I was going to do this one. I actually looked through my books. I have a lot of alligators and crocodiles. Have you looked through your books? Because there's a lot of them. Almost every artist has one. It's weird. I never noticed how many of them there are. But I love it that he's in the water and he's chasing Captain Hook. And Captain Hook is kind of part of the water. I mean, the water just flows around them all. You can only see Captain Hook's arm and his head reaching up. Tick-tock. Pinocchio. The Pinocchio one is good. I love her version of Jiminy Cricket. Is that not adorable? So there's a lot of folks that don't know the entire story of Pinocchio because I see you guys like, when did Pinocchio do that? When did he do that? Maybe that's just there's a lot to this story that gets left out. So there are some things that Pinocchio actually does. And of course we know Geppetto's lonely, so he whittles himself a boy. And then the boy is sentient. He can talk, but he can also lie. His nose grows. Isn't that a great picture? All these little stars. Now, this is the part that a lot of people don't remember is him getting teased. Pinocchio gets teased going to school and stuff, and he gets upset, and he wants to be a real boy. And he has the fairy, and he wants to be a real boy, so he gets upset. And he goes to the circus, and that's where he meets some really bad boys and gets in a lot of trouble. And I think people forget that part because they're like, when does he do that? Yes, he tells too many lies, and he gets the donkey ears and the tail. This is where he feels, I can't remember why he got turned into the donkey. But he gets turned into a donkey, and that's where people are like, when was Pinocchio a donkey? Yeah, he turns into a donkey, and he becomes very embarrassed about it. So all these, wow, that's the end of that. All these terrible things happen, and he runs away, and that's when Geppetto goes looking for him and ends up in the belly of the whale, right? And then Pinocchio realizes he's there, lets the whale eat him, and he meets him down there, and then they light a match or something together, and the whale spits him out. And then the fairy comes and makes him a real boy. So there's this whole thing where he's hooked up with these two bad guys from the circus. And that's when he turns into a donkey. He's a bad boy, but he learns his lesson in the end. All right, her Snow White is fantastic. Doesn't she look evil? It's the eyebrows. It's the eyebrows. That's the mother. And sweet little innocent Snow White. Yep. She's left alone in the woods. I can't remember how she gets there, but she does. Mother puts her out in the woods. I don't know. Mother convinces father to put her out in the woods. There's a lot of evil mothers in this. Look at her dwarves, though. I love her dwarves. I have so much fun with them. Like, we know this is Doc because of his glasses. And we know this is Dopey because he's the cute young one. And Happy, probably. Grumpy because he's got a grumpy face. And then after that, it gets a little like, how do you tell Sneezy? How do you tell Sleepy? And whatever one. Happy. They get harder and harder to tell. part those guys do. But, oh, don't you love them? I just love them. Oh, she's giving her an apple. That's the other thing. In the Snow White book, the witch shows up twice, giving her two different things. But here, she just skips to the apple. Oh, she's so sad. She's not dead. She's sleeping. And all the animals are sad. Look at this sad deer's face. He's so sad. They're all so sad. But then the prince shows up. She's beautiful. And he's, you know, innocent, sweet, a little bit of into necrophilia because she looks dead to me. He kisses her. She wakes up. And they leave. Happy ever after. But the book has a lot more pages in it, of course. But I like all of them. I'm not crazy about the Beauty and the Beast, so I'm not saying I don't have it. I would love to have Cinderella, though. Oh, my gosh. So did I get Fairy Stories Special, Fabiana Attanasio. Fantastic one. Hard to find. Really hard to find. And if you gave it to me, please let me know so I can credit you. Write it in there. This is Stenera. I do not know who this is. Seems like I've seen her on Etsy, but I'm not sure. And this was a total, like, bought it for the cover type thing. And I want you to know that we're not the only obsessed fans of paper who buy things for the cover. Check out BookTube. Go to, you know, type in BookTube or whatever on YouTube and watch some of them. Half their books are bought for the cover. Sometimes they'll buy the whole series and not even have read it yet. So buying by the cover is a thing. It's not just us being crazy. Other people buy things just for the cover. And that's what this was. And let me make sure I have this. Japanese. No. Well, I need to write that in, don't I? This is the Japanese mythology special. How did I get some in and some not? Not sure. Japanese mythology. And don't worry, I am making sure that I'm keeping track of what I've colored. So this is Stenara. Stenira. Wow, I don't know. I don't have anything colored in this. These ones I do have colored are PDFs, and you will see them. Japanese mythology special. I like a lot of them in here. Stenera. She was artistic since the age of 3. Her style is captivating female portraits with emphasis on large expressive eyes, which I think could describe a bazillion artists right now, because that's the thing. Oh, I keep forgetting to take a break, so this upload will be easier. I'll have to stop after this one. Oh, yeah, these are, I remember why I wanted this one, because these are actual Japanese mythology, like it says. I'm so smart. So this is Amaterasu, a goddess, and Susanoo is a god of storms. So these are gods and goddesses and mythological creatures, according to what, I mean, they don't look extremely Japanese to me, but that's what I'm not going to read the names of them all. They're all here on this side if you want. It tells them what they are, what god or goddess they are, and what they do. That is beautiful. What are these things called? They make the doing, 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 doing sound, and I love them. They're very like pluck, boing sound, and oh, I just love it. It does something, eases my mind. God of thunderstorm and lightning, again, a different one. God of the moon, isn't that beautiful? Oh, she's neat. Oh my God, patron god of warriors and samurai. However, I'm pretty sure, it's hard to tell if this is a female presenting. It's hard to tell. but you could make it either way. Pretty much all of these could be, I mean, it says right here, this is a male deity of land and clay. Oh, you remind me of the elves in pretty much every fantasy movie I've seen. Aren't you pretty? Now, she's called Canon, compassionate goddess of mercy and salvation. She's in the pose of a goddess that is in the Buddhist mythology, named Avalokiteshvara. She also could be, there's a couple goddesses, they all, some of them overlap cultures and religions. Wow, these are all different gods of different things. What are you? A snow spirit, she's beautiful and dangerous. Yukiana. Oh, she's nice. She looks wicked. I like her a lot. I like him a lot. The smiling god of wealth. Yeah, you'll see this guy. You'll see him laughing. He's always laughing. And a lot of people think this is the Buddha, but it's not. It's a depiction of a god of, or sometimes he's called the happy traveler. Like he was just a happy guy who, in Buddhist tradition, he's often called the happy traveler. And I guess that means he traveled around being happy. Yeah, see how smart I am today? Kitsune, we know this one. And I'm pretty sure I say that wrong. I heard someone say it right one time. I don't think so. I like this guy. Okay, he reminds me of a lot of animes. Oh my God. He's the god of fishermen, but look in the background. The crab's like, I have fish too. Look at my fish. Oh, please let me do voices for all of these. No. A sea dragon princess. Oh, she's stunning. Wow. So many fun things you could do, because again, like I said with the Jash Lee, someone else, that there's so much wide open space you can put the texture in. Like if I were to do this, I'd probably paper piece or washi tape piece and make his clothes fabulous, because he's the wild and energetic master of wind. Dragon god that rules the ocean. Wow. Yeah, these are big enough that washi tape piecing would be... Wait a second. I know who this is. Tengu. Yeah, a bird-like goblin, guardian of the mountains. I've seen this one before, but portrayed as a yokai and having more meaning to him, so, but had the same face and everything. Popular guy. This is a deity of rice, agriculture, and prosperity that commands fox spirits as messengers. Oh, it'd be fun to make them ghostly, wouldn't it? Like they're transparent or blue or something. Woo! That's a lot of packs. That's more than a 6-pack. That's 4 there, but there's some more here. Honestly, I don't know much about the male body, really. I don't see beauty in physicals, so I remember sitting at lunch and my coworker was like, Candice, look over there, and doing the whole like head nod, like look, not too. And I just turned my head to look. She's like, no, be more subtle. I can't figure out what she's looking at. I'm like, what are you looking at? She says, that guy. And I look over and it's a table full of guys. They're all friends. And she's like, the guy, the hunky one. And I have no idea. I said, the guy with all the tattoos? No, the really hunky, the good looking one. I have no idea who she's talking about. She was so frustrated with me. She says, oh, you're such a lesbian, which, granted, I spent many, many years in love with where my partners were women, but I really just don't see the physicalness of people. I can't look at someone and say, oh, you're pretty and you're not. It's something in the way someone moves or talks or they're posing. That's what I'm more attracted to. And when I had romantic partners, I think there are words for all these things now, but I really was only attracted to someone after I got to know them. So I could never be like hook up first date, except I did once. Yeah, there was a lot of alcohol involved in that though. I didn't do that again. terrible when you can't remember their name the next morning. I kept hoping that she would introduce herself to someone. Yeah, that person hated me for a long time. See why I'm a nun? Shinatobi. Oh, she's cute, isn't she? Look at the way her hands are like, pew! She guides the wind. There's a lot of things having to do with wind and fire, but they all look really pleasant. Not super Japanese. Deity of nourishment, providing sustenance. Oh, I love that. Yes, give me a goddess of nourishment. You look very stately. Divine dragon of rain and mist. Wow. Another goddess of agriculture and food. I want all the food. Oh, you're adorable. Who are you? A small but wise god of medicine and hot springs. I like you. You are super cute. Graceful deity. That's all that she is. Graceful. What's up with this turtle? Turtle's got his shell tied on. Yeah, that shell's not going anywhere, Mr. Turtle. Weirdo. Goddess of Dawn. Oh, look at these cute little... Aww, those are cute. Yeah, there's probably... This is the deity of rituals and prayers. I love that they put her in a cloak. Oh, and has like the prayers flying around, these papers. Oh, that's really cool. That's very Japanese. And here's the Shinto shrine thing that you walk through to get to these to the gardens. She's a ruler of flowing waters, and that's it. So I'm not as, I'm not as like, I have to have this colored today, excited about this one. But I did like the mythology. I'm a sucker for mythology, and there are several pages in here that I really like. That one's gorgeous. That I really... Wait, did we see this one? Patron of scholars. He's hangry. He needs something to eat. Something to burn. I need something to burn. Yeah, I don't even... Anyway, so that's that one. Japanese mythology, and we already looked, right? We already looked? Yes. I had to write this one in. Okay. Whew. I'm going to pause the video so it can upload, drink some water, and be right back. All right. So here is the next one we're going to look at, Whimsy Wonders Special. I purchased this one from the grocery store. The grocery store just happened to not be sold out the day I was there. And I looked at it, walked away from it, looked at it, walked away from it so many times. But there's something about Edwina McNamee's artwork that is just really compelling. And I think it's absolutely fun. It also, there's all these empty page, that I don't have any colorings in, Coloring Heavens. Isn't that adorable? There's something whimsically and folk arty about her stuff. I'm thinking maybe I need to do like a Coloring Heaven vlog where we just pick out some pages from Coloring Heaven and color them together. Yeah, I think I will. Like I did the mythographic one where I was doing a lot of mythographics. That was more of like a monthly challenge for myself. I love it that her wings are see-through. You see that? That is cool. Yes, I like that very much. They're folk arty. They seem like they're more folk art, and I really like that. I think her artwork is delightful. I just want to get into these with markers and pens and glitter pens. Yeah, I need to do a Coloring Heaven binge. And maybe you want to join me? You want to pick out your Coloring Heavens and pick out like, I was about to say 10, but that's ridiculous. We could pick out maybe 4 or 5 coloring heavens together, and you could pick out ones you want. I could pick out ones I want, and we can do them. Yeah. Oh, that is so cute. Just to get our hands in our coloring heavens, because from what I've seen on your YouTubes, a lot of you have a lot of coloring heavens that are untouched. Look at that. That's fantastic. It would be hard for me to choose a page in this, which might be why I haven't. Sometimes when I get looking through a book and I like every single page, it's hard to choose. But that's when I need to go to a random picker. And I was just outside playing with the chickens for a little bit, and I think I figured out a way that the chickens can pick my whips. I think I can. I'm going to play with it and see if it actually works, but I think I've got a way that they can actually be my random generator for anything. This is beautiful. I think I'd make these blueberries or loganberries, some kind of berry, but it's a night scene anyway. I just find so much joy in her artwork. It just makes me... Now, see, I probably wouldn't color this. This doesn't inspire me, but these others, everything else has. They just... Why do you look so sad? Why does this mousy look so scared and sad? Did you do something bad? It's just magical. And it's magical kind of in the way that Tatiana Begema Stolova's work is magical. She's standing in water. That's cool. And the way that Lulu Mayo is magical. I mean, there are just some artists out there that just make you believe in magic when you go through their books, right? Oh, that's adorable. I can't tell if they're above ground or below ground. I think they're above water or below water. I think they're, yeah, above water. Maybe they're flying above water. Oh, this is just really neat. I know some of you have colored these pages, colored pages by this artist. It's weird that the eye is so different from that eye. It's a different sort of dragon than this one is. How interesting. This one has a different eye too, but it is a different creature. You have what could be a real bird here, and then you have this fairy bird. All those ones with the blank eyes, I'm going to make like ghostly. Really cool. And her birds are even interesting. Totally fantastical. I'm not very creative, imaginative when it comes to coloring birds. They're either blue or brown. So in this book, I could practice some new different colors. This is adorable. Yeah. Oh, I love that they've got all their... Oh my gosh. Is his eyes wide open? Is he scared? I'm going to make him sleeping too, because that's creepy. I don't want him to be alone and scared at night while they're hibernating, I think. Leprechaun Lodge. Oh, we could make lots of rainbows and stuff. That's fun. Yes. Oh my gosh. Just so sweet. She's on Etsy, right? I don't know much about this artist, and I need to do a little study on her because she's so fun. Does it say? They only have a tiny little blurb in the front. Irish illustrator loves to create whimsical designs featuring cute features. Her mission is to help people release their inner artist and bring some color to the world. That's so nice. So nice. All right. So Whimsical Wonders Special. Do I have that one? Yes. All right. I'm going to go ahead and upload this and be right back. So this one a lot of you have. And something on it. I think I purchased this one. Yes, this one showed up at my local grocery store. And this is the Small World Special. And it's Alex Oxton. You know those Small Worlds books? I think I have them all. There's 3 of them, I think, or 4 maybe. And Jody from J.I. Colorist, she was doing a group. She had a group where they would pick one from one of those books every month and color it. And I want to be a Small Worlds person. I love the pictures. I want to be the person that loves coloring those pages. But I never got into them, and I never did them month after month. And then I think everybody kind of fizzled out because I don't think that group's going anymore. And I don't know why. So I love them. I love miniatures. So of course I bought this. And I haven't colored anything in it, I don't think. But these are Alex Oxton lives in Brighton with their 2 mischievous cats. A young person. I guess these are pictures of the artist right there. Very young. So I love miniatures. Now, I kind of think I like the miniatures in those books better. They're small. They're smaller. The book is smaller and it's square. And I think it fits it better than these really big, stretched out. I mean, they don't feel miniature to me when it's this big of a page. It's just in a jar. So I think all of them are in just worlds inside jars. But I like Alex Oxton, so I really, I got little ghosts in there. So I really wanted to get this just for the artwork. I could see myself coloring that for sure. No books. Oh, frogs soaking in ponds, onsen style. Oh yeah, that's cool. I would totally do that page. That is cute. Look at those frogs. They're adorable. Oh yeah, I would do that. But they're all basically, it's all stuff in jars. So it's not really Small Worlds, it's worlds in jars. And we went through that phase where there was a lot of life in jar type books. I have one that I actually really like. I think it's Coco Wile. But I didn't. Then they kind of went wild with the things in jars, and I stopped getting those. I liked them when they were first new, but it kind of got overdone. So by the time this came out, I was really over things in jars. But this is different. This is like, I mean, it's whole worlds in a jar. Look, I love the water. I like the merman. Oh, yep, a ship in a bottle. But that ship's actually traveling with a captain and a parrot and a first mate and someone up, and they're looking for something. Yeah, see, these are fun. That's this sort of Atlantis style. I love it. That's probably not going to be one I do very soon. Although I found with alcohol markers, it's pretty easy to do crystals. And see, I would use alcohol markers for most of these. Interesting. Oh, these are dead astronauts. And they have plant life growing because look, their helmets are cracked and some sort of alien life has taken over this entire spaceship. So, yeah. Oh. I love that. I didn't plant a garden this year. Again, last year I didn't either. So the last time I had a garden was 2 years ago. Oh, because it's physically just too hard for me anymore. Look. Pretty. Oh, Mr. Fogarty showed up in this book. Oh, that's neat. It's one of those raked sand with a grasshopper. Oh, worker bees. Oh my gosh. And then then they've got the baby bees, and oh, this is great. Another bee page. And look at that baby sleeping in the middle. It's so cute. Oh, this is adorable. Oh, trash pandas. This one is an optical illusion. That's cool. I really like this book. No books. I really don't like coloring books. Fun. Kind of wacky and wild, huh? Oh, these little ladybugs are so cute. Look at them. Oh my gosh, it's a ladybug house. Ladybug, it's called Ladybug Neighborhood. Oh, that's cute. Yep. I love the plants. What is up with that guy? Is he he's flying around in his pajamas? The red cap retreat. I guess when they say red, when he says red cap here, he means these mushrooms. But red caps are usually little evil gnomey things. Fae of the Drylands. Look at the lizard there. He's a lizard gardener. Oh, a satyr. Pan's Tree World, this is called. Sorry, I'm having a moment. There we go. Yep, I like it. Jack, stop. Stop. Jack, stop licking. I know. He has such bad allergies right now. Oh, I like the two men, the fairies. I love it. And they have a whole bunch of cats because of course they do. Mundo de Recuerdos, World of Memories. The Spook Root World. Oh, that's cute. And then I think I changed the light on you a little bit because I am leaning up against it. There we go. Oh, Grimblewick Glade. Grimblewick is a great name for this house. And that's it. That's a fun book. I need to color that. I did not have that one in, so I had to add it. I can't find this. Oh, I know what pen that is. It's that one. It's been staring at me. Why didn't I use it instead of this one? Yellow. Oh, whatever. So I just added it here. I do keep track, but again, in 1 year's time, I'm not going to use up all these. In 2 years' time, I'm not going to use up all the space that I'm allowing here for hash marks for pages I've colored. All right. Let's do one more. 2 more, and then the rest will be a couple that I have on PDF. Fantasy Romance Special. I am pretty sure Tammy sent me this one. No, I bought this one. Why? Because it's Fabiana Trere, and I love her. And I was shocked at how much I loved the images in this. Because this also is not my style. But the images were fun, and I love the way she does eyes. She shades the eyes. But I just thought it was really super interesting. Now, this is a story. So it's also, I think that's the other reason I got it. It's also a story. It's a romantasy story. So this is foreshadowing when they were kids. And she calls it From Friends to Foes. So they start out as friends with as kids. And I think the wolf belongs to him. Oh, she's got a wolf too. The protagonist's childhood. So this is our MFC, our main female character. And her father is missing a couple of limbs, maybe. And then she grows up, her and her wolf. I like the shading that's done on certain things. I think that's cool. And then the Throne of Corruption. This is the evil guy in the story. Yeah, she does a little bit. It's not grayscale. It's like intentional shading in certain spots. If you're coloring with any kind of water-based or alcohol marker, then that would help with shading. Other mediums would probably just cover it up. This is her and her wolf. It's all grown up. She discovers a dragon egg. Yeah, see, I like this. It's not grayscale. It's just like she made that just kind of intentional because it doesn't like flow into anything. It's very abrupt, just showing where darkness is. I like it. I want to work with it. And then from clash to passion. So she meets up with her childhood friend. He's now scarred. He's got a scar up his face and he's been fighting too. And something about him makes her mad. They don't get along. So these two decide they're going to go save the dragon. She has a baby dragon right there. So I think she's coming home with the baby dragon. Yeah, because now they go on adventures together. Her, the wolf, and the baby dragon. Isn't that baby dragon adorable? So cute. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. And this is called Strange Admirer. So someone wants her hand in marriage, I suppose, and she looks like she's kindly telling him no. And here's the rival. He just has scars all over his face. This is her childhood friend and how he's grown up. Warrior's grief. I don't know who he's grieving. It might be, there's several shields here, so maybe he went to battle and these are the ones who died. And he has a dragon as well. So he's got a fully grown dragon. And she's got her dragon pup. They call it a pup. I didn't know a baby dragon was a pup. So they're not friends or anything. And then a bond beyond differences. Isn't that cute? Her dragon pup and her wolf. There he is. He's so cute. I love this page. Gosh, she does a great job of drawing dragons, doesn't she? Fabiana Trey. And here's an orc who's not good, no bueno, and is mad about something, part of their adventure. So, and here's the mysterious warrior, but we know who he is, right? He's disguised himself. He's gone to battle for the king or whatever, and he's left. Now it's him and his dragon. But we know who he is because of the scarring. He's got scars on his face, but he has hidden himself. And then enemies to lovers. And he looks very surprised. And she's actually biting his upper lip. I think it's really great. I just think it's really well done. I love it. I think it's a fantastic page. So enemies, here's her and here's him. Bound together by the sword. Dragon. It's his dragon. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous page. The happy dragon is a baby. Oh, I love it. This is the evil king again. They're just going back through the cast of characters now. And of course he has octopus tentacles. And that makes him evil. The malevolent creature on their path. So this must have been someone that they came across. A very scary Medusa style. Hey, Chris, here's a good Medusa for you. This says enemy, but he's got the scarring. He's her childhood friend. Yeah, he grew up, didn't he? He got all buffed out. Carries a gigantic sword. The Wizard of the Arcane Library, another character. So it's like she has this book skeleton, a skeleton of a book in her head, and she's put it down here. Here's the Enchanted Wolf. I don't know if this is her wolf. This looks like Magical Wolf. The heroine. Look at her. She's got like a dragon crown. She's a dragon heroine now. And she looks intense. Oh, here she's fighting the orc. She's tough. That's such a great picture, isn't it? I love a woman in action. It's wonderful. Unexpected allies. So somehow in this story in Fabiana's brain, she's become allied with the orcs. And what looks like possibly a dwarf. The Guardian of Animals. This is a new character. She's stunning though. Oh my gosh. Just beautiful. She's got wings and feathers. And this is a raven goddess. I want to read the story that has these characters in it. Oh, she's got a baby raven. A baby. So cute. The dwarf warrior. This is a new ally in the battle, it says. Yeah, I definitely want to read this story. I love that. All the details in that are just fantastic. Troll. This troll's feet, look, they're huge. They're this long. They're bigger than his head. And I love it. I'm here for those giant bare feet. And his really pointy, razor sharp ears. The dragon's egg. That looks like his dragon. And this is the dragon she saved. That's her. And then they're lovers. Enemies to lovers. They can't resist. The slow burn. I love the slow burn. Actually, this might go like this. It's got two dragons. Maybe that's her dragon grown up then. That's beautiful. This is the gentle queen. So she doesn't have tentacles coming out of her head. So she's a good queen. She does look gentle. She doesn't look any older than our main character though. Here's the guardians of animals as well. This is a second picture of her. I love that she's poised with phoenixes in both of them. I feel like she's created a book here. The heroine's victory. Now she's scarred as well. She went to war and look, her flag is a dragon. That's awesome. I love her chainmail. That is a beautiful picture. Such power. I definitely want to do this. 2 hearts, 1 soul. And they're equals, you know. They're both warriors. They both fight. They both have stood up for themselves. And they're equals in their relationship, which is wonderful. I want to know the story behind all that. Did she do artwork for a specific story or what? I want to know about it. I love it. This one is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, I'm going to upload these and then we'll move on to the last physical book we have. Okay, we are on what I believe is my last physical Coloring Heaven. I have a couple more, but they're on digital, so I'll be showing you those last. Oh, I just bumped everything, the table and everything. This, and of course, Jack starts chewing on his bones, so there you go. Then this one was in here. I didn't have to add it. This is Nellie Schumacher again, who I love so much. This is Grimm's Fairy Tale Special, and I found this on eBay. I just looked at it. I found this on eBay for $10 because it is more of a popular one. That's a little bit more than I would expect to pay on eBay, but this one is issue 104, so it wasn't that long ago, but I did miss the boat on getting it. And I don't have a subscription. I just buy the ones that I like. And Coloring Heaven went through a period where they were using, where they were really disappointing. They were using a lot of Coloring Cafe leftover artwork and stuff from them, which Coloring Cafe can often use AI. And Coloring Book Cafe, something like that. They use AI a lot. And so there was a lot of this garbage in there, and I just didn't want to, I just wasn't interested. And so I've never really been interested in a subscription, but every now and then they put out one that I really like. And I don't color in them enough, I think, because of the shape of the book isn't my favorite, how tall they are. And the paper is okay, but they're just, I don't know, I like more square, or at least shorter, more 8 by 10, where I'm talking in inches. Where this, I think, is 12 inches. It's big, really big. But this is, they didn't actually put any blurb on Nellica in here. Wow, how rude. So this is Grimm's Fairy Tales done by Nellica Schumacher, my favorite. I could possibly say she's my favorite artist, my favorite coloring book artist. I just love her. She's just so dark. And so these are fairy tales imagined by her. This is probably the 6 swans. And what's cool about that is that she gives you the name of it and then also a little synopsis of the fairy tale, which is really fun. So I've read through all these. I love it. This is Rapunzel. Penelope has a very dark, sort of mystical vibe to her. So that's what you'll see coming through here. Cinderella. Rapunzel. Why is this Cinderella? I guess Cinderella also spins a spinning wheel. They called that Cinderella. Clever Little Tailor. Little Red Riding Hood. Isn't that awesome? Typical Nellicky with, face paint and the wolf is actually very anamorphic. What's the word when the animal is humanized? I'm not sure. And she doesn't look that scared of him, really. Man, I'm forgetting words today. I've got a weird day. Old Woman in the Woods. Ooh, one of her eyes is blind. For some reason, that freaks me out more than 3 eyes. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, and the wedding rings? Okay, I'm going to have to read this fairy tale. She says it's a lesser-known fairy tale. The Elves and the Shoemaker. Really cool. And now I know how to do wood with gel crayons. You saw that in my most recent Coloring in the Cabin, number 15 that I just did. The Seven Ravens. And she's holding a wedding ring as well. Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, that's definitely Sleeping Beauty. Thumbling's Travels. I remember Thumbling and Thumbelina. This fox goddess lady, she actually has other pages with her featured in it. She's beautiful. We all know this is Hansel and Gretel. And here he's holding out a stick instead of a bone. Interesting. That's creepy. She is so creepy. Wow. 1 eye, 2 eyes, and 3 eyes. These are 3 sisters with different numbers of eyes. It's a lesser known fairy tale, she says. But she does give a synopsis so you can read it. The Goose Girl. I've seen this before. I don't think it's a horse head mounted on a wall. When I've seen it before, it was like a window into a stall that a horse can look through, but I don't know. That's the I don't know. That could be. Why would you mount a horse head? I don't think that's what it is. But in coloring books, you often see that. But I think it's a horse, an actual live horse. Rumpelstiltskin. That's a great one of him. She looks so pensive. I love it. Snow White. This is a wicked Snow White. I mean, the dwarves don't look like any creatures I would want to get to know. And Snow White looks powerful. And like she's the one that's going to take down the Wicked Queen. I love that she's pierced. And possibly naked. She's like kick-ass Snow White. That's what she is. The Wedding of Miss Fox. It's a fox who pretends to be a woman named Miss Cat to deceive a gentleman into marrying her. It sounds very convoluted. This is Sleeping Beauty, the Good Fae. So this is the good Sleeping Beauty, the Good Fae. Good Witch? Yeah, the evil fairy casts the spell. And then the good fairy comes along and says, the evil fairy casts a spell that she'll prick her finger and die. But then there was one last fairy left at the birth to offer a wish or offer a magical gift. And so her gift said she couldn't undo the witch's spell, but she could make it so she doesn't die. She just falls asleep for hundreds of years, for 100 years, after a century. Isn't that interesting? So that's the fairy. That's really cool. You often see pictures of Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, but you don't see the fairy. There's Maleficent, of course, with her face paint. And yeah, she's cool. She's very cool. Look at her. She has nothing on underneath this huge cloak. She's fantastic. And she's got those neck rings. I love her. God, Neliky's good. The Brementown musicians, we sure do see this a lot in fairy tale books. And at least in the West, in America here, we don't know this fairy tale very well. I don't know anybody who knows it. It's different. The Wolf and the Seven Young Kids. Oh no, don't eat the baby baby goats. Baby goats, don't eat the baby goats. It's a mother goat who leaves her 7 kids at home, warning them about the wolf who will try to deceive them. Oh my God. So he devours all but one, and then the remaining one and the mom come up with a plan for revenge. They fill the wolf's stomach with stones while he sleeps, causing him to drown when he drinks from a well. That doesn't do anything to bring her kids back. That's a weird, complicated way to cause the death of something. While you sleep, I'm going to fill your stomach full of stones. How? And then why would he drown when he drinks from a well? I guess he got off balance and toppled in. That seems pretty reliant on accident and circumstance. Like, I don't think you could guarantee death that way. Brother and sister. I love this fairy tale where the brother gets turned into a deer. Again by a wicked stepmother. And she but it says here that she also becomes a bird to protect themselves, but she is able to turn back, and then it has many challenges and adventures while she's trying to find the magical spring that will turn him back. And she's often depicted as sad. It's a fascinating story. The Spirit in the Bottle. A poor woodcutter who discovers a bottle containing a spirit, like a genie. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Neliky's composition is just so good, and her drawings always have an edge to them. There's always an edge that is unexpected. Although right now I can't really find it except for the tattoo on Cinderella's shoulder. Her people look real. They look, they're not perfectly balanced features. They're like real human beings, and they're always a little bit off. Jack, lay down, honey. You're just making noise because I'm on the video now. The Frog Prince. It looks like she doesn't mind kissing him. I love her tattoos and her piercings and her dreadlocks. Little Red Cap, which is also known as Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, that's an evil wolf. Jack, you are being a pill, Jack. Really, honestly. I tell people how wonderful you are. Don't make me a liar. Hans, my hedgehog. Don't know, but he's riding a rooster, so that's pretty cool. A childless couple who agree to raise a child that appears as a hedgehog. He then goes on remarkable adventures, riding a chicken with bagpipes, as you do. Mother Hulda or Mother Holly. This is a fairy tale about a girl named Goldilocks who falls into a well and enters a magical world. Oh, how fun. Except this isn't Goldilocks. This is... Oh, yes, it is. Who's this? This is Mother Hulda. In the magical world, Mother Hulda gives her gold. And then she tests Goldilocks before she allows her to return home by asking her to make it snow on Earth by shaking a feather bed. So this is Goldilocks. Goldilocks is shaking a feather bed, making it snow so that she can go home. I love it. What an interesting story. This is the Wicked Queen Snow White. Wow. She gave her like this dragon spikes. The dragon spike vest, like an ornamentation that she's wearing with just beads, holding it on. And then she has this fabulous shirt. She's got a tattoo of a sword. And her magic mirror on the wall is scary. She's holding this poison apple skull. Yeah, she's evil, evil. Like that is not, that's evil, evil. Like, so she's really bad. Wow. God, Nellicky can really draw people, can't she? Oh, and every one of them's different. Nothing looks the same. The devil with the 3 golden hairs. Oh, look at these giant earrings he has, piercings. Wow. That is an interesting devil. I love it. She chose to make him with a big nose and a little goatee. Wow. It sounds like the devil is not even the biggest character in this story. It's a story about a boy named Hans who's destined to marry a princess, and an evil king tries to kill him. And then throughout his journey, he embarks on a quest to obtain 3 golden hairs from the devil's head. So he has lots of challenges. He helps others. He has all the adventures. And in one of them, he defeats the devil. So the devil wasn't very prominent in the story. But of course, Nellicky chose. Oh, he even has a pierced nipple. Nellicky chose to draw him because he's the most interesting character in the story, right? The gnome. This is a story about Lisa, a young girl who encounters a mysterious gnome who gives her bread. The gnome grants her the power to make wishes, but with a condition: she must never reveal him. You know this is not going to end well. She's going to do it. She won't be able to help herself. The Golden Goose. This is a classic fairy tale about Simpleton, a kind but naive character who receives a golden goose with magical properties. I have never heard of this story either. Yes, he looks like a kind but simple guy, doesn't he? Nellicky portrayed him very well. This is the witch in Rapunzel. Wow, that witch is really scary. This is the witch that puts her in the tower. I don't actually know the story of Rapunzel very well. Look, she's got a hold of her braid. Oh, look at her ear piercings that are weighed her lobes down, and she's just creepy looking. It's amazing. The Hare and the Hedgehog. This is a race between a boastful hare and a clever hedgehog. So it's probably like the tortoise and the hare that we have, that we all know, that the tortoise wins. In here, the hedgehog wins because the hare is being... Look, and she made this hare a manly boy. He's not even got his shirt closed. I love it. And then the hedgehog is looking all wise and kind. And this guy's like a bruh. Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. And you're going to lose, dude. You're going to lose. This is the good fae in Cinderella. The one, this is her good, her fairy godmother. See, there's the mice and the pumpkin. And she's, wow. What an interesting interpretation of the fairy godmother. Isn't she beautiful? Oh, I love Nellicky so much. Here's the other one we see a lot of and we don't know what it is. The magic table, the gold donkey, and the club in the sack. This is a whimsical fairy tale about Peter, a poor woodcutter who discovers 3 magical items. So we decide to draw a donkey. I love it. The Raven. It's about a haunting fairy tale about a grieving prince and a mysterious raven. And the raven helps him get through his grief and provides comfort. Who is this broken creature that's going up the road? Following the raven's guidance, the prince resurrects his love. However, there is a condition. She must remain hidden from sunlight or she will turn to dust. Tragically, the prince disobeys the warning and his beloved crumbles away before his eyes. Wow. Wow. You did not listen. That is a sad story. He looks sad. Lost. The robber bridegroom. See, some of these are tales that are not very common. She's betrothed to robber bridegroom. Rosamond is her name, but he is a robber and he doesn't tell anybody, and he lures unsuspecting victims. I don't know what the bird is for. Doesn't say anything about a bird, but she disguises herself and finds the truth about him because she's not feeling good about him, and then she escapes and tells people about him. So I'm not sure what the bird is, but that is really cool. It's probably part of the story, I'm sure. The Star Money, a heartwarming fairy tale about Elsa, a young girl in poverty. Advised by an old woman, Elsa selflessly gives away her tattered apron to a beggar child. In return, silver coins resembling stars fall from the sky. Oh, wow. That's actually really beautiful. It'd be so much fun to color this with all sparklies and, these coins that she's catching in her dress. How clever. It's beautiful. The Mother, the Wolf, and the 7 Young Kids. Don't think I want to know about this one. Isn't this the one when we just had this one? Yeah, this is the same one. This is the wolf with the stones, but this is Mother. She doesn't look like she would be the kind of creature to come up with that kind of a revenge plot. The Hare's Bride. This is a captivating fairy tale about a hare seeking a bride. So she reluctantly accepts his proposal, but during wedding preparations, she accidentally drops a ring into a well. The hare insists that she go in the well and retrieve it. Nice. And then she goes to an underground kingdom where she meets a frog prince, and she rejects the hare and marries the frog prince, and then she kisses the frog. So this is like The Princess and the Frog. And he turns into a handsome prince. I didn't know there was an evil hare involved. Isn't that great, though? And again, she's tattooed and this long flowy hair. It's just beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is a good one to end on. This one is so good. And yes, I haven't colored anything in it. So I'm gonna, if you have suggestions for a fun game to get ourselves into coloring heavens, I've got an idea bouncing around in my head, but it isn't totally fleshed out yet. So I don't totally have it figured out. But this would be fun. Just a way to get into them. Some sort of random picking system, and or I don't know, I always like treasure hunting, finding certain things in books when you have, especially when you have a big collection of one type of book, like Mythographic or Tatiana's The Mouse ones, or these, it's like doing like a treasure hunt for something, or it's not called treasure hunt. Wow. I think I'm going to pause and make myself dinner and see if that brings the brain back online a little bit. And then I will show you the last ones in this collection, which are digital. And I'll show you the colored pages from those because I do have a few. All right. I'll see you after dinner, which will just be a couple seconds for you. All right. So I have the overhead lights off so that we can see the last 2 issues of Coloring Heaven that I have to show you. They were both illustrated by Jashley. I searched, and these are the only digital ones that I can find. So if I find more that are somewhere in my iPad where they're not supposed to be, or anywhere else, you'll see them in upcoming videos. Okay, so the Angels and Demons special. This happens to have one of my favorite colorings that I've ever done in it. And I'll show you the colorings at the end when I can turn the lights back on because they're printed, obviously. So the Angels and Demons special was number, I don't know if it actually tells you the number in here. It wasn't too long ago, and it is available for download. If I turn it, does it stay? Yeah. So there's usually an angel and a demon in the same picture, or they're back to back. So this book works out great for Hollyberry Colors and Piggy Pens, their monthly hashtag light versus dark. You can often find things in here. So that was an angel and demon. The next one is an angel. No, I think it goes this way because these are hands reaching up with the eyes and stuff. Now, this is a completely different style for Josh, isn't it? It's not the chibi cute. This is the realistic style of his that I love. This is a demon. Isn't she great? Less chibi, more awesome. Angel. I mean, there's so many cool ways you can color these. This one has like 4 wings. A demon fae. Isn't she amazing? The demons are always my favorite. Look at the skulls hanging off of her belts. Oh my gosh. She's wonderful. You might see some light stuff in here. That's just damage that my iPad has taken. It's not a glare. It's unfortunate. It's me dropping it too many times. Cherubim. You know, could be good. Might not be good. Who knows? That's quite some cleavage for an angel. But gotta love it. It's got the animals there. Lucifer. Lucifer is just such a dashing guy, isn't he? I love him. He's such a great character in Christian mythology. Just this idea of a fallen angel and Lucifer being light bringer, that he was actually a beloved angel, but didn't like the way things were going, staged a coup, lost. It's a tragic story. And I love it when people take liberties with what Lucifer looks like. I like him to see him as a tragic hero in a lot of stories. Thrones, because there is a biblical angel called Thrones, and this is sort of what they're supposed to look like, all circly things and eyeballs and nothing at all humanoid. In fact, Josh Lee adds more human than I usually see on Thrones. Pretty scary. The biblical angels, the true biblical angels, are very scary. Beelzebub. I know the difference between, I think sometimes we put Beelzebub and Lucifer together maybe, but Beelzebub I think is a mythological demon, but a pretty high-ranking demon maybe. I don't know. Dominion. Another angel archetype. Beautiful. Satan. I think Satan and Lucifer are the same, right? Josh made him, the bottom half of him, to be goat-like. But he looks sad. Resigned to his fate. Powers. Another angel referenced. And then we have to go to the next download. Here's the middle part of the book, Abaddon. He's amazing, isn't he? Look, he's a centaur with a scorpion tail. Wow. Amazing demon. Virtues. Yeah, Josh has always got to put a little sex appeal in everything. Mammon. Except this guy. Some sort of greed, lust demon. Blech. But I totally want to color this guy. I love these kinds of totally unhinged drawings. Principles. Belphegor. Again, I'm always intrigued more by the demons. They're always so much more interesting than the angels. These are the archangels. Ooh, I could use this one for my story. I'll tell you about my story when we get to it. Asmodeus. He's got like a cow head and a goat head. Scary looking guy. Bat wings. Cherubine or cherubim. I bet they are. Look at it, they're cute. That'd be cute color. Angel and demon. Took me a bit to figure out which one was which there, but I get it. She's got these long sleeves. Angel. Ha ha! Is that not awesome? Look at her. Oh my gosh. We need to color this one, don't we? She's amazing. Josh is awesome. Demon. He's got like a cow tail. I was going to say a piggy tail, but Yeah, he's pretty disgusting. Angels. Oh, isn't this great? It's like this angel has this angel spirit that maybe they can send out. There's those interlocking rings again. Love it. And this angel's got piercings and it's kind of elf-like. But the dresses and the gowns are really neat. Demon Voodoo. Oh, she's amazing. She reminds me of something from Nellike Shoemaker, doesn't she? Yeah, with the braids and the horns and the face paint. She's cool. And she's just holding like a voodoo doll. Angel and Demon. This was one that I was thinking about coloring for the Angel versus Demon month that Holly Berry Colors and Piggy Pens put on. But I'll show you the one I ended up choosing. I love this. They just have so much love there. Oh, I have to go to the next one, which is 1, 2, 3. This is Angel. Oh, there's this chibi style, but that is really cute. Little frogs. Demon. And a little chibi demon. She's actually cute too, in a fierce sort of way. I love it. He's really good at doing poses with action and showing action in it. In just a picture, a stable, static picture, making action in it. Here's an angel couple. Aren't they pretty? I love the hair on him. Here's a demon couple. Not what you'd expect, right? I really like it. I really like these two a lot. Angel. She's sitting with her legs in like a pond, a lily pad pond. Right, his angels are pretty darn serious. They got work to do. Demon Skeleton. Oh, man. She's cool. She's really cool. It's like she looks like she might have been good at one point. Like, and turned bad. Angel and Demon Zombie. Oh, he's a demon. Okay, this is the page. This is the page I printed out and did because the look these two are giving each other. Like, he's walking away and he's looking at him like, come on, you gotta, what decision are you making here? And he's like full of understanding of his own emotions and his feelings, comprehension, and just leaving. And this guy, you know, he's looking back over his shoulder and he's got a more pained expression. To me, he seems like he's having a hard time with what's going on here and he might be trying to leave. It just brought up so much emotion in me, this page did. So then I printed it out, and then the way I colored it really brought them to life for me, and then they became living characters. And I stayed up late, close to all night one night, just writing out I am a writer, and I used to write a lot more than I do. But these guys have inspired an entire book in my head about them. And so I just wrote out a skeleton of a book and I came up with their characters. I can't find that notebook that I wrote that stuff in. So as soon as I find it, because I don't remember it now, but I remember being really pleased with what I came up for character profiles of these two guys. It's so sad and love and a romance and heartbreaking and sexy all at the same time. I think this is my favorite picture he's ever done and could have been my most favorite page that I've colored, the experience of coloring it. It was just, and I could not get these guys out of my mind. I just could not. So I will show you that page. An angel couple. Aren't they sweet? I love them. A demon couple. Yeah, these guys are great too. Rawr. Sweet. He's so good at this, at just giving emotion into, I mean, this is just like, how do you, How do you get so much emotion? Yeah, yuck. Look at her, though. She, ew. Ew, ew, ew. It's all ew, but definitely I want to color it, of course. A human and an angel. Beautiful. Just their faces, you know. He can give so much emotion in a face. You can read so much into it and so much of a story. This is a demon and a human, right? Yeah, human and demon. And again, you can read so much. I don't really feel sorry for her. I think she's living her best life. Angel and demon. This was another contender for that month. I thought this was just stunning. Wait. Did I finish this one? No, I don't think I did. I think I started it. Maybe. And that's Angels and Demons. Now, I gotta check, double check, make sure I put it in here. Pretty sure I did. Angels and Demons special. And then we have Mythical Hybrids, which is the last one. And let's see, in Angels and Demons, I've only colored one, just that one. Make sure I marked that. Yes. And then I've colored 2 out of Mythical Hybrids. Mythical Hybrids was my favorite before Angels and Demons. It's wonderful. It's here, Mythical Hybrids. And this is human-animal mixtures and animal plus human character designs by Jashley. Phenomenal. I highly, highly recommend this one. Here is alligator, and they go in ABC order. So I started doing it in order. I've done alligator, and I'll be able to show you. Armadillo I've done, and I'll be able to show you. Isn't she cute? And then this is where I've stopped. I'm at axolotl. They're great. It's like the humanoid in here usually has aspects of the animal that they are. Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. Yeah, it's a creepy little creature with the shark helmet on. And here's these cute sharks around it. Bee, isn't she phenomenal? She is so cool. Oh, yeah, she's way cool. I love her, like, armory outfit that she's got. She's beautiful. I can't wait to get to her. Beetle. This is another one I like a lot. She's got a lot of armor, and then she has these beetle-like horns, and she has 4 arms. Pretty cool. See, Jashley just has a great imagination. Bull. I have a feeling these bulls are pretty safe in that arena. Bunny. Of course, you'd know it'd be a cute chibi-like girl. Clips in her hair. She's holding her ears. Very cute. Butterfly. I am so glad he didn't go with cutesy on this one, that he made her like kind of a fierce butterfly lady. I just think that's wonderful. Chick. You know I love this one. This little chibi anime girl is riding a chick. Dove. So beautiful. I love doves. I have tons and tons of birds. I've made my property a wildlife sanctuary, and I have tons and tons of birds. And the doves come in the evening around here. They're more vocal in the evening. They're here all day. But I know when I start hearing doves that it's evening. And then I know when I start hearing the quail and the pheasants that it's almost night. Sun's almost down. I can kind of tell what time of day it is by the birds. Dragonfly. I love her. Those huge glasses. Instead of giving her giant eyes, he gave her giant glasses, which cracks me up. And her stance, just the way she's kind of standing there looking all. Yeah, she is awesome. Flamingo. I love it. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out what she was doing. She's standing on one leg like flamingos do. Fox. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, she's beautiful. And she has multiple tails. Goldfish. I wondered how he chose. She almost looks like she's holding her breath, doesn't she? I wonder how he chose what animals he was gonna pick. Hyena, because not many people pick a hyena, but she just is a hyena. She's so amazing. I love her. Jellyfish. Koi carp. I think for this one I would want to make her outfit the same color as the koi, because luckily he hasn't made her into like some sort of gill fish woman. Ladybug. He doesn't go easily guessed. What's the word? He doesn't go the way you would think it would go. This isn't pretty much what you'd think a ladybug hybrid would look like, but I like it so much better than the obvious. He doesn't go obvious. Leopard. Isn't she great? I mean, she's not part leopard, but she's wearing some leopard skin. She kind of has a fierce warrior outlook to her, like, the apex predators that leopards are. A lion. I love the lion. Just making her thicker muscled, thicker bodied. She's very, very muscular, which feels like a lion. Gave her some whisker type in the lion's ears and the long tail and the long mane and a tail, but she's not, she's still largely human too. Really cool. Octopus. Yeah. Ooh, oh, she's not an octopus. She has an octopus surrounding her. Oh, cool. I like that. Orca. This one's fun. I don't know what she's doing. How she's getting around in the ocean like that. I have no idea what Josh saw this as an orca, but she's pretty wicked, and I don't think I want to mess with her. Peacock. Oh, yeah, she's like, I am so pretty. Give me a selfie right now. Yep. Piranha. This one I love. I love, love, love. I thought at first that was her mouth, but it's actual mask. She's wearing a mask. But she does have this horn, like she could be wearing like something over her whole head, but she also has no pupils. So pretty cool piranha lady. Raven. Beautiful. I love the bird covering one of her eyes, so you only see one eye. And then that wasn't the last, right? No, we have the third one. Reindeer. Surprisingly, reindeer is one of my favorites. I wouldn't think a reindeer hybrid would be that interesting, but I think she's beautiful. With these reindeer in the background, and she's kind of got this native outfit on. I just love it. Scorpion. Of course, she's fabulous. Look at that tail. Wow. She's all steampunk. It's kind of manufactured. Shoe-billed stork. These are those giant storks that make those horrible sounds, and they're terrifying. She has wings. She's putting on her shoe-bill mask, but I love the way he made her face. It's like, yeah, I can see that as one of these birds. They're not afraid of anything. They're giant. Sloth. I love sloth. That's one of my favorite. Sloth are my spirit animals, because that's basically how I move. She's just sitting there with her eyes closed, just experiencing. And then this really thick braid. I just love it. Sphinx cat. They're creepy, aren't they? They're creepy in real life, too. They're just creepy animals. You just, yeah. Spider. See, again, he didn't go with obvious with Spider. She has actual human arms and legs, but she's also got these extras. And, you know, she's got spiders who have killed. They're carrying skulls with them, and it's just cool. In front of a moon. Squirrel. What is she doing? I think I'd make her looking at me, because that's just weird. And she's just running through the forest doing, hey, yeah. But then her squirrels are kind of crazy too. They've all got nuts in their mouths and they're running like crazy. She's fun. Swan. I love this one because he chose to make the swans flying, which you don't often see in a swan. They're always got that typical, you know, head to head, heart-shaped looking, floating in a pond. But he's made these swans actually migrating or flying. And so she's going through the air. I think that's cool. Tiger, again, not one you would suspect. She's putting her hair up, it looks like, getting ready for something. Isn't she fierce? She's all tattooed up. I love it. And then the two humongous tigers behind her. Yeah, she's great. Tortoise, as my friends across the pond say. This tortoise is cute because, again, just a cute animal with a cute creature. I think it kind of goes together. And somehow he made her so that she represents a tortoise. She's kind of round-shaped herself, and she's wearing a backpack which looks like a shell. Vulture, this one is really neat because they gave her the feathers around the neck. Didn't make her bald, thank you, Josh. And just made her magnificent. I love vultures. They're one of my favorite birds. Whale. Now, at first I was taken aback because this is also his largest built character, and he made her a whale. But then I realized, wait, it's actually really respecting the hybrid. All the others kind of are built like the animals that they represent. She just happens to represent a very large animal. So I think the way he did her hair and the traditional outfit he gave her, I think it all works. I really like it. Wolf. This one, look at her. Wow. She's, yep. She could have been fox too, I think. But she makes a good wolf. I think that's the end, right? Nope, zebra. And we say zebra here in America. It always throws me off when I hear zebra. I like it though. It's very fancy sounding. Zebras. Look at their funny little faces and stuff. This one is so cute. And then he gave her stripes and stuff. And then she's got big hair for like a funky mane. And that's it. So let me turn on the lights and show you the 3 pages that I have colored. Okay, so while I got my PDFs out, I thought I'd show you some Nellie Shoemaker ones. These are not from the Coloring Heavens. These are books of hers that I bought off of her Etsy shop, Hollow Moon Art, and I have printed them out. So this was one of the first ones I did, I think. I've always loved this page. It's like this fox girl and this spirit. I chose to make the inside of the hood. I thought about making it just black. That would be really impactful, but then I decided to make it like the galaxy to represent the galaxy that's above them. I used a lot of alcohol markers on this. This is very thick paper. This is Nina cardstock, and so the alcohol markers don't come through as much as they do on regular paper. And this particular artwork is called Moonspell. I think you can get it just by itself too to download. That's what I did. I don't think this one was out of a book. I think I downloaded it separately just because I fell in love with it. And I really liked how it turned out, especially the galaxy part. I think that's really neat. Had a good time with that. And then this is another one of hers. This one I think might have been in the Coloring Heaven. I'm not sure. This is a popular one of hers. This one has a lot of bling to it, as you can see. It's got some paint. It looks like it might be a metallic Hemi gouache. Yeah, there's some alcohol markers in here, and then the rest is paint. And I don't have those anymore because I didn't take care of them and they molded. So, dang. They're very, very shiny though. Very shiny. I would highly recommend that set. Just take better care of them than I did. So I really liked this one. That was fun. And then this is another Nellie one I did. This was around Christmas time a year ago, I think. And I have what looks like makeup eyeshadow in the background. This has been fixed, so nothing comes off. And otherwise it is alcohol markers. So I really I have so much fun with her artwork because it's just so different, you know? It's just really different. I need to remember to use the eyeshadow more often. It's so easy to use, you guys. Just take some old eyeshadow and a poof or something, some kind of a blending tool, and just put it on, and it works really, really well. This was a couple different ones. It was a blue and then a shimmery green over the top, and super easy way to do backgrounds. Okay, so these were all Nellikis. Then here are the two from the hybrid ones. Here's the alligator that I did. I chose to do it all in greens and browns. I didn't really know what I was doing. This was pretty early on, but I really like what I achieved with the skill level I had, and I've always really liked this one. She's got some shine in her too. So that's the alligator, and then under here is the axolotl. Now this one I really struggled with, but it came out absolutely perfect. It's some layers of things. It's a lot of alcohol marker, but I wanted to make this armadillo look more like a spirit animal, and so I started whiting out these. This is before I had the Panda Fly white markers, which are so dang good. So I was using a variety of different white acrylic gels and acrylic and just trying to get over the lines, and it looked funny and the eye looked funny, and you know, I walked away from it for a bit, then I came back and I'm like, you know, I can do this. And it's got some pencil in there as well. I think all of the skin is done in pencil. Yeah, the skin is pencil. I don't think I wrote down what kind of pencil. And in the end, at first I thought, wow, that's really hard to see what it is. But I sat with it and I realized, okay, you know, you might have to say, hey, that's an armadillo, but you can tell it's something behind him. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I like the brightness of it. And I really wanted it to look very different from the main character. So that's that page. And the last one I want to show you is the Angels and Demons one that I like so well, but I put it somewhere very, very special. So let me go find it. All right, so our very, very final last thing for this video is this page. So here's what I colored. I used a lot of alcohol markers and then a lot of pencil on top. I really put my all into this page. It's got a lot of sparkle in it. The angel here, he has gold sparkle. He has gold sparkly skin, and he has sparkles, you know, on his clothing, and his wings, feathers are outlined in gold, and so is his hair. So he's very golden boyish. And then his demon partner here I made him with red skin. He's got black eyes. His horn is striped, subtly striped with a shiny black and a matte black pins. His hair is black and white to match his aesthetic he's got going on. And I didn't realize that he was a zombie. I just thought he was like this due to war injuries, because he's missing an arm. So I just thought he had war injuries. I made his tattoo black. He's just all red and black. And I had a lot of fun accenting the muscles. It's the first time I've ever done that. First time I've really colored a male physique like that, a torso like that. And I just fell in love with who these two are and how Josh Lee has drawn them. There's just so much emotion between the two. His gold eyes and his golden skin, and the way that he's looking at him, you know, with such resignation to what is, but also longing and also wonder and waiting. It's like he's let his feelings be known, but he's being held back. It's just, I just couldn't get these two out of my mind. Let me tell you. So now I'm creating a whole story about them. So if I ever find those notes, I'll continue on with the story, because they rent space free in my head. Let me tell you, these two do. So that is the end of my Coloring Heavens. So we've got those out of the way. So the next video for my inventory, we're still in the seas. And so we will be doing probably Creative Haven, the Color Me's. And if there's still time, we'll delve into some more of the seas. And then sea will probably be at least 3 videos, at least. It's a huge, huge category. All right. Well, thank you for sticking out with me till the end. I hope you have enjoyed this video.